It is huge. I wish I had a drone that I could get off in the distance.
Oh, here we go again.
Good afternoon, amigos, from La Ciudad de Mexico. We are here in El Bosque, Chapultepec, and we are about to go to the Chapultepec Castle. It is, we've got the monument of the Niños Heroes behind us, kids that died protecting the castle in the Mexican-American War. Quick fact about the castle, it was started construction in 1785 and completed construction about 80 or 90 years later. Pretty impressive. I think we'll learn a few more things along the way.
We found a way to get around our 10,000 closest friends. So we either one-upped those suckers and we're gonna beat them all to the castle, or we're wandering off into an unknown part of Chapultepec because ain't nobody here except for us. Oh my gosh, it's not even scared. Look how close it is. That's my foot. Oh, that's so cute. Well, I'm almost sure we're not going in the right direction, but these lakes behind me, I don't know if you guys can see them, are really pretty, so I guess I'm glad we got lost, which usually ends up being the case. We're always pretty glad when we get lost, but this thing right there is determined to get to this castle. We're still lost, but you guys, look how pretty this is. It is perfectly silent. He's trying to look for where we're supposed to go. I'm just chilling.
Known all the people are going that way.
He's still talking about being lost. Believe it or not, we found the road to my castle. We're on it. We actually bumped into some more viewers, Michael and Anna from Houston.
Thanks for saying hi.
Yeah, thank you guys for stopping us. I heard English and thought you must be talking to us. I forgot how steep the climb up to my castle is. And I'm just humbled that all these people are here to see me. We have made it to my house. The Chapultepec, Castillo de Chapultepec, the castle at Chapultepec. Does it have any other names?
I don't know, probably.
We made it here.
It was the castle for Emperor Maximilian, which I believe is the only emperor of a country in possibly the Western Hemisphere, or maybe just North America.
And
or,
Empress.
I'm just making that up. Fact check me in the comment section as always.
And Empress Loretta. Let's go inside. If you've been watching our other videos from this past week, you know that we've seen a couple Diego Rivera pieces of work. We walked in and Greg artistically commented that this first mural looks like Diego Rivera's work. It's not.
But it does look like it, right?
So we still have a lot to learn, but the mural nonetheless is incredible. We are now in my personal favorite, the beautifying room. This place has so much gold detail, chandeliers, so many turquoise, beautiful things. I'll try to get some better shots than my face. If there's there's one thing we're learning from this castle visit, it's who not to mess with. That guy, that guy,
or this guy. We are making our way through the castle. It is extremely beautiful, all sorts of paintings and whatnot. Once again, we have found ourselves clueless as to who the heck the artists are or the subjects in the painting are, but we're learning. This castle is extremely pretty, just the architecture is really cool. One of the coolest facts to me was that this castle was basically used as the resident for the president of Mexico up until 1944. So I don't know if I feel like there's another half the castle we have to go to. I don't know if we can get in. I feel like that side was probably more likely the actual residence, but we'll find out. Either way, I think it's really cool. This is basically used to be Los Pinos is what it is now. Los Pinos. And another interesting fact was that I don't ever remember learning in school was that there was a battle here in the Mexican-American War, and yeah, for some reason I just find that very interesting because it's something for growing up in the United States we didn't learn about our closest neighbors and some of the history we have with them. So I think that's somewhat unfortunate, but very, very important that we're here now to learn about it.
Now this room is really cool because they have real carriages in them. I'm going to have Greg have to translate for me whose carriage that was. I mean, before it was mine, of course. Maximilian. It was Maximilian's carriage after it carried me around. I mean, before. This area is really cool to me. We've seen a piano room, a dining room.
This is my side of the house.
This is this man castle cave. Anyways, this side is really cool. Everything's obviously super ornate. Lots of gold, lots of chandeliers. Right up my alley. I know we've mentioned this in a couple other of our museum videos, but one of my favorite parts about these museums is the architecture of the buildings themselves. Obviously this is a castle, so the architecture is magnificent, but the other thing we've pointed out, or I can't remember if we pointed this out loud, but the views from this castle are incredible. It's on the very tip-top corner of Chapultepec, so you can see, I guess, a 360-degree view of the city, depending on which edge of the castle you're at. So I'm trying to get some shots. I'm not sure it does it justice, but the views from the castle are the best part.
We're up at the top of the castle of Chapultepec. I can't speak.
It's hard.
But we are, I think we've explored the whole thing. I don't know if we showed you the whole thing or not, but we tried.
Massive.
It is huge. I wish I had a drone that I could get off in the distance.
Oh, here we go again.
And show from a little bit from a distance, because when you're down below, you can see the top, you can see the flag here, but you can't really see like this.
How massive.
How big this is, and it's crazy that it's a castle, like an actual royal castle. Obviously, we don't have any royal castles in the States. It's just pretty. It's pretty unique.
It's incredible. Yeah, I think, like you said, I think this is our favorite. This is my favorite attraction, if you will, that we've seen so far. Granted, we've only been here 9 or 10 days. We have a lot left to see, but we've seen a lot in those 9 or 10 days, and I think this by far. The views, the building, I like looking in at the rooms, the different rooms that were lived in the castle, and all of that's been just mind-blowing.
Yes, I'm sure we left out plenty of facts.
We did. Tell us more.
Yeah, or maybe butchered a fact or two. And if you're watching this video for actual facts, check the comments below. People will tell us if we're wrong. So
I do know it cost 70 pesos to get in. There were a ton of people headed up here. However, the line took about 5 minutes to get our tickets. 70 pesos per person. Free on Sundays, 45 pesos if you want to make a video like this one yourself.
Yes, and it is a pretty popular destination, so if you can't get here on a weekday, I do suggest getting here on a weekday.
Yes.
As you can see, it's still not too busy, but this place would be amazing if if it was just you and about half as many people. It would be exceptional. So I think we're gonna go find some food. Maybe you'll see that in a video, maybe not. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell so you get notified
every time
we upload a new video. And we will see you
tomorrow.
And if you want to head over to our Patreon page, we have some occasional goodies over there for all of our patrons or Patreons or super amigos. I don't know.
Thank you guys so much for your support. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Adios.